Hello. Ooh. This, I mean, it's funny. My low is going to be that I'm starting this video later than I would have wanted to. Just because I want to start this video at like 7 a.m. and it's like just after 8:15. So it's like after 7:45. So, I mean, I really have nothing going on today, but I just want to like relax and be lazy. Not that I consider doing this particular thing work, but if you have something that important that you feel like you gotta do, you gotta do it. But honestly, I don't even feel that bad because look how shiny the background is. Ooh, it's so shiny. It's a shiny video today. I like it when my videos are shiny. Shiny is good, kids. Okay, usually shiny is good. Some things can be shiny and not good. Like say, what is shiny that's not good? I guess gold. I guess like a gigantic pile of gold that falls on top of you. That's shiny and that's technically dangerous. That works. Right. So my high was I had a quiet yet admittedly rather uneventful evening with my father. It was nice. We got ourselves some Chinese food. It was I never get enough Chinese food. I love Chinese food. And yeah, I know we got General Tso's. I know it's not like, oh, it's not like, dude, General Tso's chicken is delicious. Can we just agree that it tastes good? I'm not into the whole semantics of if it's authentic Chinese or not. I just want to, again, it's literally what Sean Evans said in the last episode of Hot Ones. I don't care if like anything's authentic or not like that. I just want to know if it tastes good. And as you can imagine, it was from Shanghai Express and Big Flats. That was also it was so yeah. I mean, seriously, I think of any Chinese food place I've ever gotten Chinese food from, Shanghai Express is probably the place I've been the most. Probably because it was like the only close one in my vicinity growing up. I mean, I've had Chinese food at other places. I mean, Great Wall back when I was a Trinity Pauling, that was a really good Chinese place. Chinatown Kitchen in Gettysburg when I went to college. That was a great place too. Actually, that place was cheap. Like for what I ordered, it was like just over $10, which included delivery. So it was cheap, bro. It was like real cheap. So with that said, right, my act of kindness. Well, my act of kindness was, it is my mother's birthday this weekend. In fact, her birthday is actually tomorrow. But, I got her birthday card as well as, I got her some candy. And if I have time, to be perfectly honest, I don't really need to get my mom, much. Yeah, oh, your mother does an awful lot for you. So, yeah, I know she does, but, my mom doesn't really ask for much. Listen, let's be real here. My mom is one of those kinds of people who would rather just know. Seriously, honestly, if she could have the simplest birthday present ever, it's the fact that she's loved by, her own family, which, obviously is true. And, the fact that, she's very thankful that she has, 2 sons, myself and my brother, and, 3 grandchildren, it's good. I got her some, seriously, like one of my mom's all-time favorite candies is, like those Lindor white chocolate truffles, like the spheres, like they're white chocolate. I can't find those anywhere. So I've been trying, like the closest I can find them is Ghirardelli, and it's white chocolate but has caramel filling inside. That's about as close as I can get, which, it works fine, it works. But, the point is I got my mom a nice little present. So, yeah. Which, full disclosure, between my brother and I was the only one who got my parents gifts for their anniversary a couple weeks ago. Not that I'm speaking ill of my brother, I think. Actually, my brother is going to be hosting Thanksgiving this year, which, that's a big step up. Seriously, I'm legit offering his help, and he's like, no, just come as a guest and relax, which, okay. Not for nothing, but Thanksgiving is like, oh, before I continue, happy Saturday, everybody. not for nothing, but Thanksgiving is one of those holidays where, yeah, if you're having like a big party, like the main stuff like the turkey, the mashed potatoes, the stuffing, the, vegetables, sides, that stuff is important, obviously. But if you're gonna have a party, you also gotta have hors d'oeuvres. Because remember, one of the worst, most evil atrocities that can happen at a party is if you run out of food. And yes, that is worse than Satan. Way worse. Much worse. Sorry. It's much worse. Way worse is not proper grammar. Much worse is proper grammar. So, there we go. Also, before I continue doing whatever I was going to talk about, I just want to give a huge shout out to several members of the Megan Arrow family. You know who you are. For those of you who are just tuning in, just a couple days ago was a former friend and teammate of mine. Oh, we were friends on Facebook, but I was a senior and he was a freshman, so we were teammates, and I guess in that regard we were friends. But he was my teammate, and I dedicated my video a couple days ago to his family, in the hopes that they're doing well, and a couple of his family members, a couple of Megan Arrows, reached out to me saying thank you, stuff like that. And it's probably going to be confusing for those of you who know me and know I don't name names. I don't name first and last names unless they're either a famous person or, sadly in the case of Dan Megan Arrow, he's dead. You can't, again, my policy was I don't name names so as not to embarrass or offend anyone. Or in the case of back when I did my class and session videos, don't get anybody fired. But again, Dan is dead. You can't really be offended or embarrassed or not really have any job to lose. Well, that sounded kind of horrible. But regardless, thank you to the Megan Arrow family. You are wonderful people. And plus, again, the whole naming names thing, there's lots of people in the world named Megan Arrow. Literally, I could literally be referring to anyone in the world. I mentioned where specifically, I mentioned where I live before, so, you could probably take a guess who I'm referring to. But you get the idea. So, again, if you don't quite know my policy, I don't name first and last names unless they're either passed on, or they're too young to have a social media, or, they're like a super duper famous celebrity, top of my head, LeBron James. Seriously, who doesn't know who LeBron James is? Seriously. That's actually not, seriously, that's probably one of the top episodes of Hot Ones a lot of people want to see. They've had KD, they had Kevin Durant. Oh, sorry, KD is Kevin Durant. They had KD, they had Kevin Love, they had Kevin James. He's not a basketball player, but I've noticed that quite a few guests on Hot Ones are all named Kevin. Not that that's a bad thing, Pretty much every guest involving the name Kevin is cool. Seriously, even back when I made my Magnificent Seven of Hot Ones episodes, which, to be honest, I was sort of spitballing off the top of my head because there have been so many great episodes of Hot Ones, it's impossible to narrow it down to 7. If anything, it's impossible to narrow it down to 14. Or 21 for that matter. And yeah, I know I should be going by factors of 5, but I said it was a Magnificent 7, so I was going by factors of 7 there. 7, 14, 21, stuff like that. It's a good thing I was doing by 7s and not by 3s. Oh, no, I gotta do it now. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. Okay, we're good. I have to do that. It's like an unwritten rule I have for myself where if I mention any factors of 3s, I have to do that. It's like Eric Cartman on South Park when he hears just a couple lyrics to the song Come Sail Away, and then he just has to finish the song himself, no matter what. Which I'm actually kind of surprised they don't really use that running gag more on South Park. That'd be funny. Huh. I just realized that because how the sun is moving throughout the course of the day, the video got less shiny. Huh. I hope that's not an omen. That'd be quite sad if that was the case. So, I actually was reading this one article about a one show I really used to love and watch when I was a kid, and just recently had a new revival, and that was Rugrats. Now, this is not my thoughts on Rugrats yet. In fact, at some point I probably will do a video on this, but it got me thinking, because we are in the holiday season, obviously, and you guys already know what my Mount Rushmore of Christmas specials and movies are. For those who don't know, it's a National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, A Christmas Story, pretty much any version of A Christmas Carol, and a tie between the original Chuck Jones anime, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and Charlie Brown Christmas. But Rugrats itself had a load of holiday specials. Seriously, like, there was holiday specials where I didn't even know existed until, like, they came on. Like, pretty obvious, I'm Catholic, so you can believe I had no idea what the concepts of Passover and Hanukkah were until they were explained to me, pretty much via Rugrats. Well, I say they were explained to me via Rugrats. Obviously, it's a kid's show, so you're not going to get a detailed explanation, but, you know, I did learn about them thanks to Rugrats, so that was really cool. And again, my Mount Rushmore of holiday specials is like, of Christmas and specials and movies, like, that's just what I go by. I mean, there's lots of holiday specials and movies that, you know, I love and watch, and I could watch over and over and over again. I mean, you really think Charlie Brown Christmas is the only, you know, Charlie Brown related holiday special I'd watch? Halloween, Christmas, Easter? Yeah, Charlie Brown's done them all. I even did New Year's. So I've seen them all, and I love them all. Well, then again, seriously, who doesn't like Charlie Brown? I mean, yeah, I know, in Charlie Brown's world, like, you know, no one likes Charlie Brown. You know, he's a blockhead, stuff like that. But me, I love Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown is just like one of those universally beloved things where you could literally be feeling down and it would immediately make you feel better watching it. Which is why back in 2015, when the Peanuts movie came out, I was so happy it was good. I feel really kind of bad because, you know, I brought my father with me because, you know, my father loves a Charlie Brown Christmas and he loves Charlie Brown too. So we both go, and it's in the movie theater full of little kids. And it's not the first time this has actually happened too, because the same thing happened when we both saw the Lego movie, which, full disclosure, both movies have been great. Both movies are, seriously, go watch the Lego movie and the Peanuts movie. Both movies are great. Highly recommend. There you go. Great for kids and adults, actually. But my father, like, I'm watching this, and there are times we were both legitimately entertained by, you know, what was going on. But at the same time, I'm kind of thinking, oh, my father's going to get a little annoyed by the fact that all these little kids are young. My father's like, actually at the time he was like in his like mid to late 50s, so he's not really going to be enthused by, you know, all the noise and actions that are going on. Oh, right, I was talking about holiday specials. Like, yeah, my Christmas movie specials, Mount Rushmore, like, that's my thing. I mean, I shouldn't say it's my sole thing. I mean, I'm sure there's lots of people who could probably have the exact same Mount Rushmore I do. More or less. There's probably like a, you know, I mean, seriously, there are people who have like Christmas movies, their own Mount Rushmores of Christmas movies and specials that consists of like Elf, Die Hard. Yes, Die Hard is a Christmas movie. I will stick by that. I don't know, the Santa Claus and maybe the Jim Carrey Grinch movie. Although I've said this once and I will be saying it again. If you're going to watch anything that's Jim Carrey that's Christmas related, I would recommend the Robert Zemeckis Christmas Carol. But that's just me. So yeah, you know, do me a favor. I would very much like to know who has their own Mount Rushmore of Christmas, you know, specials or movies. I would love to know. Or actually, you know what? Don't might go to just Christmas. That, like any holiday special. I mean, to be perfectly honest, I just mentioned Rugrats earlier. You know what my all-time favorite holiday special involving Rugrats is? It's actually a tie between the Halloween one and, believe it or not, Passover. Oh, Passover. Seriously, the Rugrats Passover special is like one of the best holiday specials I think I've ever seen. In terms of both entertaining and telling a good story and legit teaching, showing me something I've never seen before at that time, I would recommend you give that a watch. So, like, favorite, share, subscribe button, follow me, subscribe for notifications. Jump here, home this video for all of you guys watching. Enjoy for today. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. Maybe some target chambers, be landers way back. Take care and make good choices. So, I literally just talked about a lot of things I recommend. Cool. See ya.